Alright, in this video, we are going to be going over the different type of sales funnels that e-commerce brands are working with and how you can pretty much build out your whole sales funnel with the assistance of email and SMS marketing to actually make it much more effective, and you're going to see exactly why right here. So, basically what you're looking at right now is what an e-commerce brand's sales funnel looks like if they aren't taking their email and SMS strategy super seriously. So obviously you have your traffic sources up here. These are things like paid ads on Facebook, all the meta stuff. You have your organic content on social media, Instagram, all that stuff. Your UGC content, maybe you've got some TikTok stuff going on. Your affiliate marketing, and then your Google SEO. And then obviously there are some other traffic sources you might be taking part in. But yeah, these are the things that are pushing traffic to your website. Then you have your website here in purple. Now, from the website, a small percentage are going to buy now, and then a large percentage will never hear from you again. Why will they not hear from you again? It's because you are not using effective email and SMS marketing to essentially reach out to them and actively market and advertise to them. So a small percentage will buy now and they'll become first-time buyers. And then from here, you pretty much are just going to hope that they buy again through the original traffic sources up here. Maybe you get some retargeting ads going. Maybe they pop up on Google again. Or maybe your product is just really good and they end up repurchasing. But we want to have as much stuff in our control as possible. And before we move on to the next version of this, it's important to note that a small percentage will buy now. And what I mean by that is a good e-commerce store conversion rate is about 3%. Like, that's a solid conversion rate. It's not crazy, but it's not bad. 3%. That means that 97% will either never buy again, or they'll never buy to start, or they just won't hear from you, so they won't end up buying. But there's a big gap there, a big group of people that should be buying at some point in the journey. They just might not be ready to right away. So let's move on to the next version of this. This is the e-commerce brand that takes email and SMS marketing somewhat seriously. So you can see they have the same traffic sources that lead to their website. But now, instead of just hoping that a small percentage will buy now and that keeps them afloat, they have an opt-in set up for a form set up on the site that gets people to opt in to their email list because they are exchanging a lead magnet or some type of valuable offer in exchange for the person's email address. Then these people go on to enter the welcome series. In the welcome series, it's going to integrate them with the brand, welcome them to the brand, explain what the brand is about, and move them into a first-time buyer. Now, obviously they could have became a buyer anyways, like we just talked about. A small percentage will buy anyways, but a large percentage won't. And they'll go through a welcome series, which could last anywhere from like 7 days to 2 weeks to maybe even longer, and turn them into a first-time buyer. Now, they also, as soon as they leave the welcome series, if they left the welcome series and still haven't even bought yet, no matter what, they're going to go into the campaign pool, and then they're going to get our weekly campaign emails that we do through our email and SMS strategy, and essentially try to convert them into a buyer. Now, these campaigns are extremely valuable. They're engaging. They're interesting. They're based on holidays, sales, anything like that. And it's just content that is going to keep people engaged and keep them coming back to the brand. So it's extremely important to do. And anyways, as soon as they make their first purchase, they become a first-time buyer. They're going to enter the post-purchase flow. Now, the issue here is that this is just one post-purchase flow for every buyer. It's probably not built out specifically to turn first-time buyers into repeat buyers, and it's different. It's not different for a first-time buyer versus a repeat buyer. So that's an issue, and we'll get to that in a minute. But the other piece of this is that if they go on the website, they opt in, but then they don't, or they end up abandoning their cart, for example, they will enter the abandoned cart flow here, and then hopefully turn them into a first-time buyer. So the reason there's only abandoned cart here and no other abandonment flows is because most of the brands that only care a little bit about their email and SMS marketing only have a welcome series, an abandoned cart, and a post-purchase flow. and they don't really have anything else. They obviously might be sending out like one campaign a week. Maybe in many cases they only send out like a campaign per month. But yeah, this is kind of like that's all they have set up, and there's a lot being left on the table here. And on top of that, because their strategy isn't taken very seriously, the content is probably not that good. Moving on, let's go to the actual really good version of this funnel. So here you can see, let me zoom out a little bit. So here you can see we have the same traffic sources involved. You've got your paid ads, your content, your UGC, your affiliates, SEO, anything else you're doing to drive traffic. And they go to your website. You have the opt-in, like we just spoke about. You have your welcome series, like we just spoke about. You have your campaigns, like we just spoke about. But now the difference here is that still a small percentage will buy now and a large percentage will buy later. But now we have a really, really good system to actually make them buy later rather than just not hearing from us again and just falling into the oblivion. So some will buy now. They'll become first-time buyers. The rest will either convert through the welcome series, or they'll be converted through our campaigns, or they will be on the website. They'll abandon at the site level. They'll abandon at the product page level. They'll abandon at the cart page, or they'll abandon at the checkout page. No matter where they abandon, we're going to have a separate flow for each of these people to essentially just show that we're going to be able to handle their objections based on the stage in the sales funnel that they are at. So we handle their objections. We move them on to either a first-time buyer, repeat buyer, or a VIP buyer, wherever they are in their buying process. We'll get to those in a second. But we've already covered the website section. We've already covered that a small percentage will buy now, large percentage are going to buy later, up to 97%. We've already covered the opt-in. We've already covered the welcome series. We've already covered the campaigns. Now, they're a first-time buyer. Now, the biggest difference here is that we have a first-time buyers series set up. This series of emails and SMS is set up specifically to turn these people into repeat buyers. So, they're here. They go down the first-time buyer series. They're still going to be receiving our campaign emails, but the goal of this is to convert them into a repeat buyer. So now they're a repeat buyer, and they should be treated differently. So after they become a repeat buyer, they're going to go down the repeat buyers series, and that treats them a little bit differently because they've now purchased multiple times. They should have a different series of emails. So this is usually going to be really flow, or it's going to be really short, a really short flow, and it's just going to kind of prime them to continue buying from our campaign emails in the future. But hopefully from here, they move on to become a VIP buyer because of our campaigns and all the content that we're sending to them. So once they become a VIP buyer, now obviously it might be more purchases before they actually are considered VIP, but once they become VIP and they meet your standards to become a VIP buyer, they will enter the VIP flow. The VIP flow is essentially just for you to give your best offers, deals, whatever it is, to these people on an automated basis. And you don't even need to give them extra stuff just to keep them around, but they should be treated specially because these are your very best buyers, and you want to keep them around for as long as you can because the best buyers keep buying. The easiest people to sell to are the ones that have already bought from you. So yeah, we want to get them, essentially we want to get them from traffic onto the VIP flow. That's the goal. The people that are running through this VIP flow are your best customers. And that's also a very valuable segment for campaign emails. Now, at any point of the buying process, they might stop buying for an extended period of time. That period of time that you want them to buy in differs a lot based on your product. So for example, a supplement brand that has a supplement that you need a new bottle every 30 days, if someone goes 6 months without buying, potentially they had 6 months of stock saved up, but it's unlikely that that's what actually happened. So you might want to then put them through the customer win-back flow. So if they stop buying at any one of these stages, they will enter the customer win-back flow. The goal of this flow is to either give them a discount or some type of offer to get back in the cycle of buying, or you don't have to give them an offer if you don't prefer to do that, and instead you can just uh, give them good copy and influence them to actually go ahead and buy again. But I would recommend giving away a discount if you want to, even just like 10-15%, because these are people that have already bought from you. It also might be valuable to give them a survey and figure out why they haven't bought in a long time. That can be really valuable information to do. There's a lot of stuff that we've tried in the past, but nonetheless, the purpose of this customer win-back flow is to loop them around here, turn them into a repeat buyer, or turn them back into, a VIP buyer or a repeat buyer. So you can see here that this flow this funnel where everything is built out compared to this funnel is a massive difference. The difference shows up in the amount of people that you convert off your traffic that you are paying for. It shows itself in the lifetime value of your customers. It shows itself in the excess cash that you have to scale the brand with. It shows itself in a bunch of different ways, and I highly recommend. And here's the thing. It does not take that much money to actually get this set up. In fact, you can work with me and my team. I'll leave a link in the description. And you can basically book a call with me, and we'll talk about if it makes sense for us to set this stuff up for you specifically and to run it for you. But it does not cost nearly that much to have us run it for you as it does. Like, the amount of money that you're going to make from having all this in place and running at a high level is going to outweigh the amount of money that you'll be paying us. So that's the entire reason that our clients even work with us, is because we get them a big ROI and we're a valuable piece of their team. So, yeah, that's all I have for this. If you'd like to talk to me specifically about how we can set up this S-tier funnel for you and your brand, we guarantee to boost your monthly email and SMS sales by $30,000 to $100,000 in just 60 days, or you do not pay. So I'm going to leave a link in the description to either book a quick call with me, or you can jump on one of my free resources to jump on the email list, where I'm giving daily emails about actual valuable stuff like this that you can pretty much just get access to for free. But yeah, if you're interested in that big increase, guaranteed or you don't pay, I'll leave a link in the description to book a quick call with me. I do not treat that call like a sales call. It's genuinely just to see if we can help you, if it makes sense. And if we can help you, then how much can we actually help you? How much is actually available there? And if it makes sense, then I'll make you an offer and we can see what makes sense from there. But I hope you found this really valuable. I hope this kind of gave you a good perspective on what's actually going on within your brand. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can shoot me an email at adam@rahmcopywriting.com. That's REHM copywriting.com if you want to shoot me an email about questions, or you can just leave a comment on this video. But yeah, if you want to book a call, hit the link in the description, and I will talk to you soon.